Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Made for Media, brought to you by Indian Institute of Creative Skills under NSDC Academy, powered by Media and Entertainment Skill Council. And today's topic is Behind the Glam, where we just dive and go beyond the blush, the contour, and of course the chaos to discover the real faces behind the art of beauty. और मैं हूं आपकी सूत्रधार Vandana Vadera, the Director of Innovations and Communication at the Indian Institute of Creative Skills. Today's guest has painted more faces than Picasso actually dreamed of, only with better symmetry. He is the man who just turns tired eyes into smoky statements and frowns into fabulousness. He has worked magic on celebrities like Jacqueline Fernandez, Nora Fatehi, Karishma Kapoor, Elena De Cruz, and many more. Some of his extensive work includes Hindi Medium, Your House Full 5, Main Tera Hero, Akele Hum, Akele Tum, besides innumerable television shows, OTT series, and ad campaigns. He's not just a makeup artist, he's a storyteller, a virtuoso with a brush, and occasionally a therapist with a concealer. So, grab your coffee, your contour brushes, and dive right in. Presenting the one and only Rishab Khanna.
Thank you. Thank you for this amazing introduction, Wendy. I don't think anybody's ever introduced me as beautifully as you have. So thank you, first of all. And also thank you for this podcast, because this is my first podcast, by the way.
Wow, and I'm the lucky one taking.
I think I'm the lucky one to be sitting next to you and you doing a podcast with me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, Rishabh, uh, before the world knew you as a maestro of strokes, brush strokes, what was a little Rishabh like? Was he with a crayon in his hand or a kajal in his hand? What was he like?
Um, you've really taken me back to my childhood. Yes, I used to steal a lot of my mom's makeup.
Oh, wow.
But unlike a lot of kids who'd go and paint the walls and spoil the walls, I think right from my childhood, I was borderline OCD. So I never liked scribbling on the walls and things like that. I was a very good kid that way, so I never troubled my parents. But yes, I did steal her kajals and lipsticks
Lipsticks.
and used to paint my face or my sister's face while she was sleeping for sure. And I was an artist. I think I was a born artist.
You were a born artist.
I was painting and sketching life portraits of people even at the age of 8 or 9.
So you were very good in sketching also?
Yes. I always was. And my parents used to always wonder, because no one in my family really did painting to that level and with that kind of intricacy at such a young age. So now when I look back at my life, and I always tell my mom and my partner that I think I must have been a painter in my past life is the reason why I've carried it with me till this life.
I'm sure about it. Because yeah, most of these qualities come from the past life.
Yes,
also.
they do. And I'm a believer of past life.
Likewise, I'm a firm believer of past life,
Yeah.
definitely. So that brings me to another question. You did your studies in business management
Yes.
from UK.
Yes.
And then how did you manage to transition into a renowned celebrity makeup artist and a beauty connoisseur?
It's a story. And, I really believe that God has his own way of directing you to what he's brought you to this planet for. And makeup was always meant for me. But if I tell you how it came to me, you will understand how God makes these connections. So when I was studying my management, when I did my management course from the UK, I always knew I will come back because my mother was a single parent at that
Parent,
time,
yeah.
and obviously with the strict laws of the visas and everything, and it was very difficult for me to bring her to the UK to be able to settle down there with her.
Right,
And I
right.
honestly, personally, also, I didn't enjoy my life there because we are used to a very comfortable life in India, and
Absolutely.
you have to really go out of your comfort zone when you start living in a country like the UK. Always knew I wanted to come back. I came back and started looking for a job, and I was really getting very beginner level jobs because I was just fresh out of the college and I wasn't
Right.
getting the kind of salaries that I was used to of
Of
in the
course.
UK, because I
UK.
was also working part time while studying, and then post my course also worked there for a bit, and the lifestyle that I wanted after living the kind of life that I was
Mm-hmm.
living there, I would not be able to afford that here.
Right.
So I needed a better paying job. And that's how I got lured into a job in Dubai,
Mm.
not knowing that Dubai would turn out to be a nightmare. But the only good thing that happened, and the reason why I said, when I look
Mm.
back at it now, I feel
Mm.
and connect the dots, I feel it had to happen that way
Mm.
because God sent me to the UK to study and do this management course because He wanted me to learn the aspects of business that I would not learn as a
Right.
makeup
Makeup
artist.
artist,
So
yeah.
today, if I'm running my business, I'm running it, because
Purely from that.
from that. And then Dubai happened very briefly because he wanted me to meet this one guy. His name was Nirant Khedkar. He's still working with a brand, a very, very, very popular,
Mm-hmm.
brand right
Mm-hmm.
now, as a CEO.
Mm.
But at that time, when I met him, he was doing some job in Dubai, and he was my neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we became friends. When
Right.
I decided to leave Dubai and come back and start looking for jobs again back in India,
Mm.
I wasn't finding again the right kind of job. I was
Right.
again stuck in the same position. I
Mm.
just happened on one day to speak to him
Mm.
on Facebook. Saw that he had just posted that he's just joined a brand as a brand manager or something like that.
Right.
So I messaged him and he said, "You know what? I'm so glad you messaged me right now because we are looking for a retail manager for
Mm-hmm.
MAC Cosmetics.
Mm.
Since I know you and I know your qualification, I feel you fit into the profile. But the only thing is that we're looking for somebody who also has some kind of experience in makeup or a training in makeup.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but let me check." I replied to him saying that I'm not a makeup artist,
Mm.
but I'm an artist.
Mm.
I was born as an
What a
artist.
beautiful statement, yeah.
So since I paint, I don't think painting faces would be as difficult if you give me the right kind of
Absolutely.
product knowledge. I'm a very quick learner. I'll be able to learn.
Mm.
She said, "Okay, you know what? I'm not going to speak to the management. I'm just going to fix up your interview." And I think in the next 2 3 days, I was called for an interview.
Mm.
The lady who interviewed me, she was like, "You know what? Great meeting you. You're fabulous. Just that, of course, he must have mentioned to you that we're looking for somebody who's trained in makeup." I said the same thing to him that I said to
Mm.
him.
Mm.
So she said, "Okay, you know what we can do, because I really like you and I really want you to
Mm. Mm.
join this
Mm.
position for us.
Mm.
Why don't you come day after tomorrow,
Mm.
and one of our trainers will be here in the store.
Mm.
She'll probably give you a quick
Quick,
demo
oh,
of makeup, and after that quick demo, if you're able to
pick up.
pick it up, and we'll give you a face to work on, and we'll then assess your skills.
Wow.
And you'll be, it
Quite a
was
test, huh?
yeah, but you know what? I was very confident because I knew
Obviously,
I
yeah.
could.
You
I've
could.
seen my mom do her
Yeah, yeah,
makeup
yeah,
growing
yeah.
up, and as I said, I used to steal her makeup, and
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, of
so
course.
I went and she gave me a demo, and the next thing I was told to do was just do makeup on this other girl from the
Mm.
store, and I did exactly what I was taught. And when the trainer turned around and looked at the face, and she goes, "You know what? I have taken this test, the same
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
test
yeah,
or
yeah.
the assessment with makeup artists who've come from institutes after one year of
Training.
training,
Yes.
and they've not been able to do as good a job as you've done with just this 20-minute lesson that I've given you right now."
How amazing.
you know and I was like, "Okay, but 1 second, does that mean that I've got the job?" So yeah,
Oh,
and
God.
that's how I got into
Wonderful.
selling makeup on the counter for Mac Cosmetics. I was appointed as the retail manager.
Right.
So I was managing one of their stores. And that's where I had the formal training. I never went to a makeup school back
Right.
initially. So I started like that, and then they gave me a proper technical training on understanding products and
Products, yeah,
ingredients, and
brushes and
understand.
everything.
And then throughout my tenure with them, we used to regularly get trained. Every 3 months, they had something called as an update where they would teach us about the upcoming trends and how to work, you know, as per the trends and the new products that were coming in. So that whole thing got imbibed in me, so much so that till date, I'm constantly every 3 months looking at the trends
Updating
and
yourself.
updating myself, and I'm constantly evolving as an artist. And I think
Wonderful.
that's literally what my journey has been, and I think I've only come so far because I constantly kept evolving.
Evolving. Yes, that's very important. But then, how did you branch out as an entrepreneur on your own? How did that transition happen?
um Honestly, when I was working at Mac itself,
Oh, okay.
uh we had something called as the in-store makeups,
Right.
wherein you purchase a certain number of products or of a certain amount,
Right.
you get a free makeover session.
Yes.
And I remember most of the girls in my store always had this in their head that, okay, amongst us, Rishabh is way better. And then also to be able to do those makeup sessions, you had to clear a particular certification with the company.
Right.
And I was the only artist in my store who was at that time certified to take, makeup appointments in the store.
Okay.
So that's where it started, where I started working on different faces, and now these girls who were getting party makeups done free of cost,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you buy products, you get makeup session for free, who were getting
Right.
their makeups done from me, were then getting married, which is
Right.
about a year and a half later after I
After you started the
started
job.
work job.
Right.
And they started contacting me that, we've taken so many trials, but what you did on my face that day when I came to your store, I don't think these bridal makeup artists in Delhi have been
Can
able
do
to do
it.
it.
Yeah.
So would you mind doing my bridal makeup? And at that time, I still remember my first bride. I even remember her name. Her name was Neha, and I can't forget how nervous I was because,
Really?
I had done makeups in the store.
Store.
I'd never done an actual bride's makeup on her big day
On
because,
her
as a
big
makeup
day.
artist, it's such a big responsibility because it's the biggest day of their life.
But then they taking a leap of faith is
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think God was very
Yeah.
kind. And yeah, and that's how it started. And then the word started spreading because, I was one of those very few makeup artists. And I remember at my time, there were, other than me, there were probably one or two other makeup artists in Delhi who were doing that kind of glam looks or very minimal kind of glam makeup for the brides
Yes.
and the smoky eyes for the bride, because everybody else was just doing
Loud.
very
Over the top.
loud, over the top makeup, red
Absolutely.
lehenga, red eyes, red
Buzz,
lips,
buzz.
pink
Yeah, yeah.
lehenga, pink eyes, pink
Glitter,
lips.
glitter, glitter
Yes.
everywhere.
And I was the one who was doing no glitter, very, very minimal,
Subtle.
very subtle, very sophisticated kind of
Yes,
makeup.
yes,
You know
yes.
how from the ancient times of makeup,
Absolutely.
Queen Victoria suddenly brought
Yes.
in that whole sophistication in the
Sophistication.
makeup.
Yes.
I think I did the same.
Wow.
And that's how I got the word spread like fire very quickly that there is this makeup artist who's doing a very good job with minimal makeup. And all these Marwari people who spend a lot of money on the weddings.
Yeah.
They all, but their only problem is that they don't like a lot of makeup. And when they found me, I had the entire Marwari clan coming after me. And then within a span of, I think, 3, 4 months, 5 months, I had so many inquiries that I had to eventually leave my
Leave
job.
the job.
Yeah.
Of course. Freelancing would be, I think, earning much, much more
Much
than a
more,
job.
and then
Yeah.
what, when you want to work and when you want to take a
Absolutely.
break, you're on your
Absolutely.
own.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
Absolutely. At what point of time did you realize that makeup सिर्फ खेल नहीं है, it is passion, ये प्यार, ये अंदर से आता है? Was it a bad makeup done, or maybe it was a face that attracted you? What made you feel that yes, this is my calling?
I As I said, I was a born artist. I didn't know that makeup would be this big a business, very honestly, until
Right.
I joined Mac and I got these opportunities working with these
Right.
brides.
Right.
But until then, the only thing that I had in my mind, even though I was pushed to go for this management program, learn business management, or, I was, growing up, you're always told that in an Indian family,
डॉक्टर बनो
डॉक्टर
इंजीनियर
बनो
बनो
इंजीनियर बनो और अगर डॉक्टर
बिजनेस
इंजीनियर नहीं बने तो
मैनेजमेंट
कम से कम एमबीए कर
एमबीए
लो
कर लो
यू नो उसके अलावा देयर वाज नो ऑप्शन गिवन टू
नो
यू
ऑप्शन
आई
गिवन
ऑलवेज वांटेड टू डू समथिंग वेरी क्रिएटिव I mean, of course, like, now going and getting into fine arts and learning to be a painter was not my thing because I knew that would probably take me 50 years.
years
By the time my painting starts selling for crores or lakhs,
absolutely
and I
absolutely
didn't want to settle for small money, very honestly.
I'm sure
So, honestly, then I thought of getting into dress designing or fashion designing, as popularly known. I did join the JD Institute of
you
Fashion
did
at that time,
wow I
yes.
taught that
I joined there, and I lost my father
so
just
sorry
around that
at the
time,
time
and I didn't want to burden my mother with the expense the
expense
fashion design course
oh yes yes yes
it required,
it
because on an everyday
requires
basis you
yes
need this material or that material. So I did it for a month, and after that, a month or two, I think I went to the institute and I was like, okay, this is not what I want to burden my mother with, because every day
right
they ask me to bring in some or the other material, and it's
yeah
costing a lot of money every day. And at that time, my mother was really struggling with
struggling
the whole grief of losing her husband,
absolutely
and it was a lot. And as I said, I was a very sensible kid right from a very young age.
yeah you mentioned that yeah
So I didn't want to burden. So I instead started working at a call center right after my plus two, until I had the admission and my visa process and everything. That took about 8 to 9 months.
months
For those 8 9 months, also I didn't sit at home. I was working, I was earning, and with my own earnings and savings only. Of course, my mother did help a lot, but I didn't burden her a lot because I took a student loan for my education, and I did have some savings from these 8 9 months of my job to be able to pay for my travel. But initial few months, my mother did support me until I got a job there for my expenses there.
right
But not so much a burden, honestly, कि पढ़ाई के लिए पे करना है या इसके लिए. So, but उस time पे, because there was no option left for me.
yes correct
That time we didn't have a MAC Cosmetics in India.
no
You
we
know,
didn't
I didn't know that you could. All we knew was beauty parlor, and now beauty parlor is something that was not.
the girls and it was a high
Yeah,
class
it wasn't that
it
high
wasn't
class.
classy
Now a makeup artist means, a very classy thing to
yeah
be.
yeah
At that time it
absolutely
wasn't. It's like, oh, parlor wali.
parlor valley
And I didn't want to be that, of course. And my
true
family wouldn't let me be, because I come from a very, a family which was very well to do,
right
and renowned in, from the city that I hail from, originally hail from,
that's Ludhiana
Amritsar.
Amritsar okay
And we were a very well known family. And if
right
somebody would get to know कि अच्छा ये parlor का काम कर रहा है, तो वो ऐसे ही बोलेंगे. They would
true
not
true
understand what a makeup
no
artist
not at all
means. Even when I started, working for Mac, a lot of my relatives had a problem with that.
oh my
कि
god
स्टोर में काम करेगा, मेकअप बेचेगा, you know. And then eventually when I initially my mom used to find it very difficult. I mean, not difficult, she was always,
always
very supportive.
very
But at
supportive
times I noticed initially when somebody would ask her, तो बेटा क्या करता है, and she would say, uh, makeup artist, like in a very low voice.
low
Whereas
voice
today she says he's a celebrity makeup artist.
celebrity makeup
So I've seen
artist
that
yeah
difference. I've seen
yeah
that growth in her
definitely
understanding about how this is not a very looked down upon industry
yeah
anymore, and it's
absolutely
something that's very well respected.
so हर आर्टिस्ट की वो फर्स्ट क्लाइंट फ्रॉम हेल स्टोरी होती है so how was your that first client was it fabulousness or it was drama or it was horror what was it
I think it was a mix of everything you just said.
really
Yes. I'm not going to name that client because she was a celebrity client, but the only thing I
okay
can tell you is that after working with her for about 3 or 4 years, she was one of my first clients, um, and I had to take a break from my work. I had to take a
you
sabbatical.
had
6 months.
It affected you that
That
much?
much that I had to go through therapy for 6 months.
Oh my God, that's too much.
Yeah. And you know what's funny?
Huh?
Today she waits for my dates and I don't have them. Because that is what I learned through therapy, that make yourself so strong that people crave for you and you don't have the time
You
for
don't have
it.
the time. Considering you've done so many films, which has been your favorite that you worked on?
There are many of them, but I
Okay,
think
then name many of them.
I think A Thursday was a great film. A
Oh
Thursday
wow,
was one
okay.
of my favorite films. If you've watched, it's I think it's a very underrated. It did really well,
Hmm.
but it wasn't a super duper hit. Very honestly,
Okay.
though I wish it was, because if I mean, if more and more people would go and watch it, they'll probably be able to relate with the subject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was briefly? What was the story about?
It's a woman basically taking revenge from the government and from the society that has been very unfair to her and to her family. So she basically hijacks a play school
Ah, wow.
just to get the attention of the media
Attention.
and the people who've betrayed her and the system that has betrayed her.
Nice plot. Very
Yes.
nice plot indeed.
Yes.
So you worked on OTT platforms, you worked on movies, you worked in ad films. So what is your favorite platform
You know, I mean, if you
that you
talk
really enjoy working?
I definitely enjoy live events a lot. I do enjoy, when I say live events, it could be not only for a celebrity, but also brides.
Hmm.
You know, more than anything else that I work on, whether it's films or OTT, because see, there's a lot of hard work there.
Absolutely.
But
Huh?
but not saying that I'm running away from the hard work, but the kind of satisfaction that you get from working on a face on their big day. You know, there's just so much emotion attached there. Because you're actually making them look like their dream self on the
Yes.
biggest day of their
Their life.
life.
Absolutely.
There's no bigger responsibility than that.
Absolutely. I agree. Couldn't agree more.
And
Yeah.
there's no bigger satisfaction than that. So I've always loved, my immense love is for my bridal business, which of course comes with a lot of responsibility because you
Yes,
can't let
definitely.
any bride go unhappy or
I have
unsatisfied.
seen unhappy brides.
Yeah.
My God, like, it wrenches your heart, you
Yes,
know.
it does. And I make sure that they are comfortable with not just with me but with also themselves from the time they sit on my chair and even when they see themselves for the first time after getting ready in the mirror.
What is that one makeup myth that makes you roll your eyes that, sorry, dear, makeup is not going to fix your breakup?
There are many actually.
Tell me,
Like
tell me.
like an acne bump. I mean,
Really?
I have people come to me and tell me, I've got this huge acne bump. Can you please cover it and completely hide it so it
How
doesn't
do you
show in
do
the
that?
pictures? I'm like, yes, I can cover the redness of it. But babe, the
The
mountain, the
swelling.
bump, काट दूं उसको?
कैसे करूं?
Should I cut it with the knife? I can't. You can't cut it with the, and that is again a myth. And then open pores, slight open pores, yes, I can optically diffuse them a little bit
Diffuse,
by
huh?
using pore fillers or, mattifying foundation
Right.
so that the pores are not that accentuated.
Yes.
But if you have much larger pores or pits, I'm not
I'm
gonna,
going to do magic on them.
fine lines and wrinkles.
हाँ ये गायब कर दो.
I mean, makeup,
Crow's feet गायब
yes,
कर
I
दो.
mean, makeup is not Botox.
Exactly.
It's makeup, it's not Botox. For that, you
Exactly.
need to go to a dermatologist, babe, not
Dermatologist.
to a makeup artist.
Absolutely,
You
absolutely.
know,
So you do think that this artificial intelligence that is coming in the photographs that they do on the models' faces, the artificial intelligence created models, is it threatening the makeup industry also?
I don't think so.
No?
Because everyone knows that's not real.
Okay.
I think, I'll tell you what.
Hmm.
The only area where it would probably threaten
Hmm.
is print shoots for brands where they don't want to use prominent
Prominent
faces as
faces.
their face of the campaign,
Mm.
where they're okay with using any random models. So
Model,
instead
yeah.
of paying the model, so yes, for the
Yeah, they
models,
cut
yes.
down on the
Yeah.
cost.
But for someone like me or who's working in mostly films, because see, I don't do a lot of these print shoots for brands unless
Correct.
it's with a prominent face.
Right.
Because now with the kind of experience, or I must say, the number of years and the kind of popularity I've gained,
Hmm.
I'm mostly being hired by a certain segment of people in the industry.
Right.
And that part of the industry will never be replaced by AI. I mean, how
Right.
can you replace a Deepika Padukone with AI? Will she allow that?
Absolutely.
Or a
No.
Jacqueline Fernandez with AI? She won't
No.
allow that. You could probably an AI created model and put some product of yours on them, but that's not the kind of genre I work in.
Yes,
So for me,
absolutely.
there is no threat. No bride is going to get married on a computer.
No. No.
So that
Never.
bridal market
Never.
is never going away. Apart
Never
from the
going away.
fact that a lot of girls now don't want to get married. So
Married.
going forward, maybe we'll see less of
Lesser
marriages.
marriages.
That's a different thing. But AI is definitely not taking over our business completely.
I'm so glad about that. So,
And
you have worked with Jacqueline Fernandez, you worked with Elena de Cruz. Which of these celebrities has been your favorite? I know. If you name one, the other one will say, oh. But okay, two, three favorites.
okay, my three favorites will definitely be, actually there's so many I could. I mean, I love Jackie. I mean, Jackie is, I think, the most amazing human being
Humble.
I have come across.
Yes. It comes across on the
She
screen
is so
also.
caring. She is so caring towards the people, so loving and so humble towards the people, that not only the people that she knows and she works with or meets on a regular basis, she's also an amazing human being when it comes to anybody crossing paths with her, anybody, just randomly a fan bumping into her. I've seen actors getting tired and saying no for pictures, and I don't blame them. It's fine. You can't do so many
Of
pictures on an
course,
everyday
yeah.
basis.
Hounded all the
But
time,
Jackie,
yeah.
on the other hand, would never say no. She'll probably, there are so many times at an airport we felt that we were probably going to miss the flight because while she was giving pictures. And
Pictures.
we constantly, Jackie, we'll miss our flight. And then you know what she says? She says, Rishabh, I feel so bad because they all wait so long for me to come out of the lounge, and they're
Lounge.
waiting outside the lounge. And then I feel so sorry and sad to say no to them.
She's very
And then
sweet.
she makes this face, which is like a typical Jackie face. And it's so cute. She
Jackie
goes, she
face.
goes like that. I feel so bad.
Oh, so
That's the face that she makes, and it's
cute.
so cute. And you're
It's
like,
so
fine,
cute.
let's miss the flight. You do you. So she's definitely one of my favorites as a human being. And of course, she's a gorgeous face to work on. Let's not forget that.
Absolutely. Huh?
Karishma Kapoor, as well, in my very initial years of me working in Bollywood, she was also one of my clients. Such a humble person.
Yeah.
Um, what an amazing soul. So caring towards her team.
Mm-hmm.
And the third favorite, of course, is Ria Chakrabarti. Ria is not just a client to me.
Mm-hmm.
She's like a younger sister,
Your sister.
and that's how I think she treats me as well. She's always said
Wow.
that you're like an elder brother to me, because whenever I'm there on set, I'm very protective of her, and
Mm-hmm.
she knows that when I'm with her, everything will be taken care of. I'm not just her makeup artist.
Hmm.
I'm her friend. I'm her elder brother. I'm her security guard. I'm her manager who's making
Wow.
sure everything is coming to her timely and she's getting what she needs,
Hmm.
and just making sure she's taken care of. So yeah, I think these three are my most favorite people to be
Wow.
working with, and of course I don't want to forget mentioning the mother and daughter duo, Ravina ma'am and Rasha.
Mm.
Amazing, such lovely women. So I've, apart from maybe one or two that I mentioned, I think everybody else that I've worked with have been very, very
Wonderful.
lovely. And I think Touchwood,
You're blessed.
I've been, yeah, I really
You're
think
very
God's been
blessed.
very kind to send such amazing souls in my life.
So, if young Rishabh were to look at you, what would he say to you?
I'm very proud of your journey.
Wow. Wow. And who stood by you and watched your transformation with a lot of pride?
I think both my mom and my partner.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Wonderful. So
both of them.
I'm sure they're very proud of you.
Yes.
That makes me so emotional. Makes me goosebumps. That's so amazing. So, and if you could name one person in the makeup industry who's inspired you, kind of been a silent mentor to you, would there be anybody?
Yes.
Who?
Mickey Contractor.
I knew you were going to say that. Yes.
Because you'll see a lot of, a lot of reflection of his style of makeup in my makeup.
So, Rishabh, that brings me to our signature round, and it's quick answers, no blending time. So, it's a rapid fire round.
Okay.
Foundation or concealer, if you could pick one.
Concealer.
A celebrity you wish you could glam up.
Aishwarya Rai.
Worst makeup trend ever.
Baking.
If makeup were banned for a day, what would you do?
I'm playing with my dogs, yeah.
Okay, your go to mood lifter song while getting ready.
I think that it has to be something from Anuv Jain. I love that man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, if your makeup kit could talk to you, what would it say to you?
Oh man, you're so organized. Sometimes I wish you could just let me be dirty.
Okay, what one product you would take to the deserted island?
Oh, has to be my lip tint. Because I feel I can't look at my face without my lip tint.
So, my last question, finish this line. Makeup is not about hiding, it's about dash.
It's about embracing the natural beauty.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're
Shukriya.
very
बहुत ही
welcome.
बढ़िया
Thank
podcast.
you.
हाँ.
I loved it. I had so much fun.
I'm glad. Even I loved it. I enjoyed it so much. Thank you, Rishabh. And one small message before we part to my students, to this camera. Anything that you would like, any advice? How do you feel ISCS should, will be grooming them? Any advice you would like to give them or a message?
This is the only institute I feel as a makeup artist who's had these many years of experience. Let me tell you, the makeup industry and the beauty industry is a very uh, unorganized kind of an industry. I wish an institution like this was there when I started. I'd probably take a little lesser time to reach where I am today. So it's an opportunity because this institute is basically organizing the most unorganized sector, and it will provide you with much many more opportunities than all of us have had, because at our time we didn't have an institution like this. So must enroll for the courses here, and the sky is yours.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, Rishabh, this has been an absolute blast. From childhood to the artistry of confidence you bring today. You have reminded us that makeup isn't vanity, it's expression. It's pure, pure, pure expression. Thank you for joining us for this lovely podcast, Made for Media, for the laughter, the wisdom, and the sparkle. This is your friend Vandana Vadera saying bye to all of you, to all our listeners. Remember, you don't need a brush to paint confidence on your face, beautiful face. But if you do, you just need one name in the industry, Rishab Khanna.